Welcome to the world of English. In the previous class, we discussed direct and indirect speech. Actually, we started to discuss direct and indirect speech. In that class, I told you that when the reporting verb is in present tense or in future tense, the tense of the reported verb is not changed. If the reporting verb is in past tense, the tense of the reported verb is changed as shown in the table which I gave you. And today I am going to tell you something more about direct and indirect speech. And before that, I would like to remind you about the change of pronouns. You know that the pronouns are in three persons, namely first person, second person and third person. And as I told you, if the pronoun is in first person, it is changed according to the subject of the reporting verb. If it is in second person, it is changed according to the object of the reporting verb. If the pronoun is in third person, it doesn't change. Now, I have written 4 sentences for you. Observe these 4 sentences. In all the sentences, the first part is same. That is, he said to me. He said to me, he said to me, he said to me. This is the reporting part. It is same in all these 4 sentences. But when you see the part in the inverted commas, in the first sentence it is I am going. In the second sentence it is please don't disturb me. And in the third sentence it is are you going? Fourth one is where are you going? And see the sentences once again. The first sentence is an assertive sentence. It is called a statement. The second sentence is an imperative. You know about what an imperative sentence is. An imperative sentence may be a request, an order, a command, a warning, advice, etc. Here this is imperative sentence. And the third sentence is a question. You know that questions are of 2 types. Yes or no type questions and informative questions. Yes or no questions begin with helping verb and informative questions begin with a question words. Here each sentence can be taken as a model. The first sentence can be considered model 1, second sentence may be taken as model 2, and the third sentence is taken as model 3, and the last one is taken as model 4. In the first sentence we have a statement. In the second sentence we have an imperative sentence. In the third sentence a yes or no question. And in the fourth sentence we have a WH question. So now when you try to change a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech, the very first thing you have to observe is, or very first thing you have to do is to identify the model. You have to find out in which model the sentence given is. By seeing the part in the inverted commas, you can identify the model. As I told you, the first model is a statement. Now let me write out the points related to each model. Model 1. Here I am going to write down some points regarding to every model. The very first point about every model is about its recognition. How we recognize in which model the sentence given is. The first model can be recognized like this. If you find a statement here, it is first model. Statement. The first point in every model is about its recognition. In model 1, you find a statement. And the second point is about the use of reporting verb. When you convert this sentence into indirect speech, how the reporting verb is used. It is about the second point. Here, reporting verb is said or told. In model 1, we use either said or told as reporting verb. Now let us start writing he. When there is said to here, we use told. He told me. And we remove this comma and inverted commas, and to combine these two parts, we use a linking word. The third point is about the use of linking word. Here the linking word is that. First point is about its recognition. When you see a statement here, you can identify that it is in first modal. And the second point is about the use of reporting verb. And you have to use either said or told as reporting verb here. And the third point is about the linking word which is supposed to be used here. Here we use that as linking word. So now he told me that. And now come to the change of the pronoun. Identify the pronoun here. Here we have first person. When there is first person, as I told you, it is changed according to the subject of the reporting verb. Here the subject is in third person. So here we have to use third person. That is he. That he. And as per the table, you can identify that am is changed as was or were. When there is am or is or are in the direct speech, it is changed as was or were. Here the pronoun is he, so we use was. And then going. This is about changing modal 1. Once again, in modal 1 we find a statement, and the reporting verb which we use is either said or told, and the linking word which we use here is that. And these changes regarding to pronouns are common. Either pronoun or the tense of the reported verb, they are changed as we have seen in the previous class. This is modal 1. Now let us see modal 2. I think you remember what the first point is about. The first point is about its recognition. In modal 2, we have an imperative sentence. In modal 2, we have an imperative sentence. And the second point is about the use of reporting verb. You know, an imperative sentence may either be a request or an order, a command, a warning, advice, etc. And when you find the part as a request, you use requested. If you identify it as an order, just use ordered or commanded or advised. Or if you don't find the part either as a request or an order, you can use asked. Here, what is the reporting verb which we are supposed to use it here? It may either be a requested, ordered, commanded, advised, or asked. Now let us start. He. On seeing this please, we can understand that it is a request. So he requested. He requested me. And now come to the point of this linking word. In modal 1, we use that as linking word. In modal 2, just use to or not to. To or not to. This third point in every modal is about the use of linking word. Here we use either to or not to link these two parts. And when there is don't in this sentence, we use not to. Otherwise we use just to. And if there is please in the sentence in modal 2, we have to remove that please. So now on seeing this don't, we can use not to. And as we have please here, we are supposed to remove this please. So just remove this please and then add this verb to this to disturb. He requested me not to disturb. Here we have the pronoun me. Which person is me? It's first person. And how is the pronoun in the first person changed? It is changed according to the subject of the reporting verb. Here the subject is in third person, that is he, and this me is first person object. As it is an objective case, we have to use the pronoun whatever person it is in the objective case, and here we have the pronoun he. The objective form of he is him. So the sentence is, he requested me not to disturb him. This is model 2. Once again about model 2. In model 2 we have an imperative sentence. We use requested, ordered or commanded or advised or asked as reporting verb. And to or not to is used as linking word. When there is please, we have to remove that please. When there is don't, we use not to as linking word. This is about model 2. Now let us see model 3. What is the first point about? Do you remember? It is about the identification of the model. Here we have a question, and as I told you, there are two types of questions, yes or no questions and WH questions. And here this is yes or no question. And we have identified its model. It is model 3. And the second point is about the use of reporting verb. This is a question. We usually ask questions, so we can use asked as reporting verb. And it's not just asked. Sometimes we may use questioned or interrogated or inquired. The reporting verb we can use here is either asked or questioned or inquired or interrogated. Now start writing the answer. He asked me. Now come to the point of the use of linking word. In model 3 we use either if or whether as linking word. If or whether can be used as linking word. So it's better to use if. He asked me if. And now see, here we have a question. It is direct speech, we have a question. In the indirect speech, there are no questions. All the sentences in indirect speech are statements. So we have to change this into the form of a statement. And how can we change the question into the form of a statement? And if you remember the difference between a statement and a question, in a statement we use the helping verb after the subject, but here in a question this helping verb is used before this subject. And as I told you, there are no questions in the indirect speech. We have to change this into the form of a statement. We have to change this subject first. Here now identify the pronoun. It is second person. And how is the pronoun in second person changed? Do you remember? It is changed according to the object of the reporting verb. Here we have me. Which person is me? It is first person. So here in the place of the second person we have to use first person. Here it is in object form, but you is a subject here, so this me is used in its subject form I. We call it nominative I. And you know about the change of or. How is or changed in the indirect speech? It is changed as was or were. Here the pronoun is I, so we use was. So he asked me if I was going. He asked me if I was going. So what about the third model? It is yes or no question, asked or inquired or questioned or interrogated is used as reporting verb, and if or whether is used as linking word. And the other thing we have to remember is we have to use the subject first, then only we have to use helping verb. Now model 4. Think about the first point. It is about identifying the model, and on seeing this sentence we can identify that it is in model 4 because it is a WH question, WH type question. And the second point is about the use of reporting verb. Here also, as in the third model, we can use asked or inquired or questioned or interrogated. Here we use the reporting verb asked, inquired, interrogated or questioned. So let me write the word asked here. And the third point is about the use of linking word. So let me start writing the answer. He asked me. He asked me. Coming to the linking word, just think about the linking word in model 1. It's that in model 1. In model 2 it's to or not to. In model 3 it's if. In model 4 we don't get any other word from outside the sentence. We just make this question word linking word here. So here he asked me where. If there is why, here the linking word is why. If there is how, it is how. Whatever there is, it becomes the linking word here. And the remaining is as same as in model 3. Here we have the subject and helping verb. The helping verb is used before the subject as it is a question. And as I have told you about it in model 3, we have statements in indirect speech. So we have to use this subject first. Here also we have you, which is second person, and it is changed according to the object of the reporting verb. It is first person, so it becomes I. He asked me where I, and or becomes was, where I was going. This is about model 4. Once again, model 4, on seeing a WH question, we identify it as model 4, and we use asked or questioned or inquired or interrogated as reporting verb. And coming to the linking word, we use the question word as the linking word here. Here we have where in this sentence, and afterwards we use the subject and then the helping verb. This is about the 4 models we have, and there is one other model, that is model 5. See this 5th sentence. Here we have, he said, how tall the tower is. Have you identified the difference between this sentence and the 4 sentences I have already written? Here this is an exclamatory sentence. Here at the end of this sentence we have exclamation mark. So it is exclamatory sentence, and we can consider this model 5. Now again, as we have made the study up to model 4, let us try to learn this model also. Here the first point is exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence. When there is an exclamatory sentence, we identify it as model 5. And then the second point is about the use of reporting verb. Here we use exclaimed as reporting verb. So let me start. He exclaimed. And the third point is about linking word. We use that as linking word. He exclaimed that. And see here, we have an exclamatory sentence. In the indirect speech, we don't have imperative sentences, questions and exclamatory sentences. We only have statements. So this exclamatory sentence is changed into the form of a statement. And how can we change this as a statement? Here we are speaking about the tower. So we can take the tower subject of the sentence, and when the tower is very tall only, we exclaim, we express our surprise. So it can be changed as the tower is very tall. Just imagine we have this part, this sentence here, and then we can start writing the tower. And we have is, and the reporting verb is in past tense, and you know that is changed as was. The tower was, and the remaining part is very tall. He exclaimed that the tower was very tall. See this model 5? It is an exclamatory sentence, and exclaimed is used as reporting verb, and that is used as linking word, and this exclamatory sentence is changed into a statement. This is about the 5 models we have in direct indirect speech. And there are some other changes. When you find here in direct speech, it is changed as there. This is changed as that. These is changed as those. Now is changed as then. Ago is changed as before. Today becomes the day. Yesterday becomes the previous day or the day before. And tomorrow is changed as the following day. So if you keep all these points in your mind, you can convert a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech very well. You can use this topic for both examination point of view or spoken English purpose, because when you want to report what somebody has spoken, you have to use indirect speech. If you follow these points, if you try to use the sentences as I have told you, you can make use of this topic very well, and you can communicate with people very easily. And if you want to learn something more, you can come to our institute, that is Grace Techno Institute of English, and it is opposite Viswadaya Boys School in Vadagir Road. You can contact me at any time. My contact number is 929 0000 409. 929 0000 409. Thank you.